Imagine staying in a really fancy hotel on a high level with fabulous views and all the food and drink you really need on a trip and only pay $100 extra. That's exactly what a club lounge does. My name's Bron White and I'm the founder of Solo Travel Collective. So this week I talked about dining alone hacks or tips that I've discovered along the way as a solo traveller myself. And one of those that I talked about was the hotel club floor. Now, I had a couple of you point out to me, what is a hotel club floor? And I went, oh, duh, of course, because I'm in the industry, I travel a lot. Not everyone knows what this is. So let me explain what a hotel club floor is. If you can imagine, it's a bit like an airport lounge, the Qantas Club or the Virgin Lounge or whatever, but it's actually better quality than those. So a lot of hotels, in particular hotel chains, so like Shangri-La's, the Hyatt Regency, Four Seasons, they all have these club lounges and oftentimes they're aimed at business travellers, but they're fabulous for solo travellers. And let me tell you why. So in these little hotel club floors, they generally come with the following things. You get breakfast, full breakfast, pastries, fruit. You get all your tea and coffee, decent coffee. Quite often they'll include snacks all day. So after breakfast, they'll have a window period where they'll have a buffet of snacks. So that's generally biscuits, pastries, fruit, tea and coffee all day. And then what happens between 5 and 7, they will have what's, I guess, now known as free-flowing drinks, including alcohol. So you can have your wine, beers, and they generally focus on locals as well. So I know some of the Australian clubs have Australian wines. Now they'll also have little hors d'oeuvres, sometimes big hors d'oeuvres. I know that the Shangri-La in Sydney, for example, has their club floor quite high up. I can't remember the level that it's on, but it has the most magnificent view in all of the hotels in Sydney. You can sit at beautiful tables with the view, lounges, and order your drinks. And it is a full-on buffet that you can call dinner and have as many drinks as you can fit in 2 hours or not. They usually have a beautiful selection of non-alcoholic drinks as well, which I've partaken in. And it's such great value. So they generally have these rooms on high levels with views. For example, I know I just looked up the Hyatt Regency in Sydney and their club rooms, let me have a look, were only $110 more than the non-club rooms. And you were put on a higher floor for that $110. You were given a full harbour view. And breakfast was full breakfast. So you had omelettes to order, poached eggs, hot breakfast, cold breakfast, continental breakfast, whatever you like. And they definitely had that exact thing where from 10:30 to 5:30, there were snacks and fruit and tea and coffee all day. And then they had a selection of Australian wines and beers and potentially cocktails until 7:30. It is such good value. Now, beyond the value, why do I recommend this for solo travellers? It's a space to be. And the thing I love about these clubs is there's lots of solo people there, whether that be business travellers or solo people on holidays, couples. There's all sorts of people in there. And they tend to be quite transient spaces with people coming and going. So you're never really sitting in a restaurant waiting to be served, that sort of thing. You get up and there's movement. You go and get your own food, you order what you want. So I use these spaces as a solo traveller as a safety net. I feel quite safe in them. The staff get to know you. They greet you by name. They'll often give you a really lovely table and a nook and cranny. I love a nook and cranny as a solo diner. And it's a really great, safe, fabulous experience that is exceptional value. So I would highly recommend looking for the club access rooms. They're nearly always branded as club access rooms. and the pricing is generally down the bottom. So I know all my favorites. If you're looking for a hotel anywhere in the world or a hotel chain on club access rooms, I make it my mission to find out the best ones. So do let me know and I can help you out there. So I hope that has solved the mystery of what a club access room in a hotel is. Thanks for being with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.